how we doing, team? Welcome to Bulletproof Mindset with James and Dale. And just want to appreciate all you sexy bastards who are watching, right? The point of this podcast is just for me and Dale to have a laugh, but also to obviously give you some more information about health, fitness, ourselves, other experiences that we've been through. Dale's 28, I'm 25, so we've been through a few things already. I'm not saying we're well experienced, but when it comes to fitness, we've been up and down. We've had many good experiences, bad experiences, life experiences, and we're just going to go through all that. And just starting today, we're just talking about ourselves and going into a wee bit in depth about how we get into fitness and the struggles that we've had in our life.
Another reason that we're doing this is we're actually being a wee bit selfish, because ultimately we're going to use this as a platform to learn more from each other, because we do have two different styles. No way off, but James is very powerlifting, which we'll get into in a wee minute, and I'm more, I guess, general pop for the older clientele seems to be my niche. So I think there's a lot of that we can both learn, and equally we're quite curious about the fitness space. We know there's a lot of crap out there, and we want to try and cut through it together. So so a wee bit selfish for us, because we are going to continue to learn, but it's exciting to have you guys along with us, and hopefully he's enjoy the banter, he's enjoy the debates, and he's enjoy.
There'll be many debates, definitely.
We'll get into them for sure. So I think what we do is then we just kick off. We introduce ourselves first of all. So you can kick us. Do you want to start us? Or
I'll go for it.
Let's
so
go for it then.
Obviously, I've been training for roughly 6 years, which isn't a very long time at all. I'll never say that I've got massive experience, but the one thing I would say is many people, you can be gym for 6 years and know fuck all, because you can gym 6 years and be doing the same thing over and over and over. When it comes to like proper experience, it's sitting down and looking like I want to learn every single day, and that's what I've done. I learned every time I went into the gym, I'd go home and I would learn, and I would continuously learn.
What made you start? So 6 years ago? How old are you?
I was 19 when I started.
Right. Late to the party.
I was very late to the party. I was late to the party with many things. Many things. I was late to the party, and we used to go to festivals. I used to have two pals, Gary and wee John. Don't know if they'll watch this, but Gary and wee John were in tremendous shape. They were into their calisthenics, and man, I was like, oh man, big handsome bastards, like genuinely
sexy boys.
Big sexy boys. And I was like, fuck man, I kind of want to be like that. But I was like, man, look at this. I was a wee skinny bam, and then I was like, I can't mind it. We were jumping at a festival, and I was like, man, I want to be like them. I says, I've got to join the gym, and I just joined, and I was gone, and I was like, I was doing like shoulders like for 3 exercises, and then I was going to do chest. You get me?
So did you go on your own?
I went with one of my pals, Jordan, right. And we went. But sometimes, like, I remember I was in the gym in Hamilton, and we went for the first time, and mate, I jumped in myself, man. I was the most para wee guy ever, man. I thought I was curling like 60s. And I was like, man, everybody knows I'm curling 60s here. And that was the skinniest I'd felt when I went to the gym myself. But generally what I would do is I would go in, train triceps, then shoulders, then chest, mate. I had absolutely no clue.
Where did your foundations come from? Like, what were you doing? Why did you just want bigger biceps? So you were like, I want this muscle to go.
I just looked at them, and that's what I seen. And I was like, right. You know what? I just want bigger biceps, bigger chest. You know, the main things that you think girls want. That's what I wanted.
So that's where it came from then? To look good.
Just to look good at a festival. Because when you go to Holland and that, they're like all massive, like they're right into their looks more than anything. And honestly, like, see when you go to Holland, all these festivals, hundreds of big guys. It's like, I'm not saying that in a pure gay way or anything, but like there's hundreds of big guys.
Wee bit.
It sounds a wee bit, but it is that way. It is that way.
So see, before fitness then, what was your, like, so you're a festival guy then?
I was right into the hardstyle scene, but before that I was just a mate. When I was 15, 16, I was a wee geek in school, and then I was just a pure gamer. Like, that was what I was. That's all I was, mate. That's all I'd done. I was a wee geek, and then I was a gamer, and then I was like pure skinny. And then when I met them, I was like, you know what, I want to be like them a wee bit, man. I want to just get a wee bit in shape. I was like, surely it can't be that hard. And I found out quickly it's a wee bit harder than you think.
So take us through then. So you started training. Who did you gravitate towards to actually learn some stuff from? Who was some of the big names? At the start,
it wasn't the good people. I can't really remember. Like, mind we were talking about like Sadiq,
Havoc,
Hazovic,
all the bodybuilders,
all the bodybuilders,
the natties, fake natties.
Joseph Rakic,
right?
I actually bought his. That actually went on his PT. It was like what, 37 quid for a month. And the stuff they had me on was pure. I actually can't remember right now what I was on, but it was like pure like just random picked exercises. They would just randomly pick exercises, put them in a plan, randomly pick rep ranges.
Calf raises supersetted with bicep curls.
Mate, I swear down, and then you would finish with abs every single time. And like obviously we've spoken about it before. I'm not actually against ab exercises. I'm against ab workouts, so full ab workouts, and these were like 30 reps. And I'm not saying you can't build muscle in 30 reps, but it was like, that's not the way I would train abs now. I was training them still in the like 15 to 12 rep range, mostly. Obviously, I can go above that and go below that, but that's how I would train abs now. But he was just throwing them in just
to get a burn.
Just to get a burn. Just get a burn and go, I've got abs. You know what
Seems
I mean?
to
That's
be
what it was.
Typical PT move, isn't it?
Oh,
so
aye.
We've obviously got lots to talk about. So you guys that don't necessarily know us, me and James only met each other, when did you join the gym?
Well, maybe roughly, I mean...
When did you join?
I joined about 14 weeks ago, so it was about 14 weeks ago I joined.
Just before my wedding.
Just before your wedding. I met you a couple of times before you left, and then you obviously left for your wedding, never came back for 2 to 3 weeks. And then I thought you were a bit of a prick.
We'll get into that in a minute.
Get into that. No, I didn't actually think he was a prick, but I thought... I didn't think he was a prick when I met him. I just thought he was a prick before I met him.
We'll talk about that in a wee minute. So me and James have only just started, one, working together, but two, we don't actually know a lot about each other's backgrounds and that, so it's always kind of, this is a good for us to like bond.
This is like us bonding as well as us
we
bonding with
bromance going on here.
This isn't just us getting to know the audience, this is us to getting to know each other, which is always that when you build that rapport with somebody, it's always you're able to engage with your audience so much better.
So let's fast forward with your journey now. So 6 years of training, going through the shit, paying through different courses and that. What then led you to the PT element?
Alright, so well, I would say that there was a time where I really got into form.
It's probably actually worth mentioning. We are PTs, by the way, for folk that are finding us. So we've not even covered that off. But both James and I are personal trainers, so we'll also lead into that in a wee sec. So so what made you go into PT then?
Right, so I'm quite meticulous in anything I do, quite a perfectionist. If I don't do something right, I won't do it. So when it came to form, I became quite meticulous in form. I'm not saying I was fantastic, but I was better than most people in the gym. I'm not saying I wasn't big at all, but obviously I like the sesh, so I like going out. So when you've got the sesh and you're training, you're not really gaining that much, and I was just smashing pre-workout. But I was good at deadlifting, I was pretty good at squatting, I was pretty good at deadlifts, but I was never gaining because I was going out all the time, and that's just not the way to live. So
how long did you do that for?
Off me, well, probably about 2.5 years.
Aye?
Up until, but like I was never gaining, I was just staying stagnant. Maybe I was getting a wee bit with my deadlift. I think I deadlifted 210 before, but I probably watched that form back and went, "Oof, that's absolutely rotten." Like, you know what I mean? It was just a pure ego lift. But then obviously COVID hit, and before COVID hit, like I'd lost interest because I was only training for looks. You know, I didn't feel good at all. Like I was just in that way. I just wanted to look good.
Do you feel like you gained anything when you did start training? Because you said you were super skinny.
No, I gained a good bit of confidence that I never had before. Like, a lot of people who meet me now be like, "Oh, he's a really confident person," but I wasn't a confident person before.
So I trained Caitlin. Was Caitlin in your year at high school?
She was in my year. Aye.
She says that when one of the first times that we were training, she was like, "I think he was in my year at high school." I was like, "James, I was like, what was it like?" She's like, "No, like he is now." She was like,
"No, I'm not saying
honestly."
Nothing.
She was like, "Wee quiet, like
Nothing.
wee nice, wee quiet guy." But it's like
absolutely.
coming into the gym.
I honestly, like, I try and explain that to people, and they're like, you changed that.
You had anxiety and they bother.
Like no chance you had that. No, but it's not even about that. I was just a really quiet wee guy. I barely spoke to MD, and I didn't want to speak to MD. And
I think that's where the festivals helped.
That's where I had my fun. Do you know what I mean? That's where I let off a lot of steam, because obviously everybody's got steam, so you need to let it off in some way. But I mind I used to meet people when I'd go out who knew me, like, and this was when I was like 21, 22, and they're like, "Fuck, is that you?" I'm like, "Aye, that's me." Happening, darling.
How good is that feeling, right? So I know not getting the background, but see when you leave school and then you fast forward a few years, and people for your same year see like, you're looking really well, you're looking good, and then you see them and you're like, "Aye, but you're not, mate."
I mean, it's not.
It's a confidence boost, though. It does.
It's crazy because obviously we were talking about that in the way here. Like, some people in school are like good looking and they think they've got it on. When you're younger, you're like, "Fuck, man, I wish I had that." So you work to get that, and then when you're older and more mature and you've got that, you keep it. But a lot of people, they lose it because they've had it at such a young age when they're not as mature. And then obviously when you've got it and people are saying to you, like, I mean, I think genuinely this is the best compliment that I get these days is you look really healthy.
Aye.
And
Chase
I'm,
health.
and I'm like, fuck man, I feel healthy. I'm like, people, if people can know, like, they don't even say you look good, or obviously some people do, right? But when it
Me.
No, but honestly, there's been so many people saying your skin looks really clean, you look really healthy, and I'm like, well, I'm trying to be like that, and that's like an amazing compliment.
And I think
people don't even understand this amazing compliment.
I know. I think that message, and well, I guess one of the reasons we're doing this because people are chasing. There is a lot of people chasing looks, and don't get me wrong. To this day, I'm still take my top off in the morning. I'm like, fucking hell, man. I'm not as lean as I was maybe in the lead up to my honeymoon or whatever it is. But see the message of chase health. I love that message, and that I think that's what we definitely. That's why we communicate. Like, I know there was a spark there initially because it was there was no ego. It was like
100%.
Here's somebody else that's after that drive.
Aye. Here's somebody else who's fought for the looks, realised that's not the way to be done.
Aye, so we've had a similar journey that way for sure.
Aye. Maybe like, not the exact same, but you've came to the conclusion that you know what that's not what it's all about. Like you've looked really, really good at certain points in your life and went, I don't even feel that good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't feel anywhere near as good as I look. Like you, and I know you've told me, you look back at pictures when you look really good and go, I looked good in that, but I didn't feel like that.
At the time, you were like, look at the state me, because you're always going to be your biggest judge, and that, I say that to the clients I got just now. That so most people come to you because they're coming to lose weight. Initially, that's the most common reason why people come to you, and you're sitting them down and you're kind of thinking out the next steps and the goals, and it's like, look, we'll lose all the weight that you want, and you're still probably not going to be happy.
Aye.
And I love saying back to people, I bet you've got a photo in your phone that you look back at and you're like, oh, I look really good there. But you know, at the time you said to yourself, I hate the way I look just now. Aye. Just a vicious circle. Vicious circle. So
that's one of the things that I always say to people these days, and this is something that I've definitely changed in my life, is like, take compliments off people and accept them. Do you know what I mean? So somebody says you're good looking, nobody just tells you you're good looking unless it's your little mom.
Thanks, Mum.
I mean, you're the best looking person in your mom, so there's no point in listening to her. But no, you're. But like when somebody else tells you you're good looking, they're telling you for a reason. If somebody else tells you you're looking healthy or you're looking better, they're telling you for a specific reason. They're telling you to build you up. Know what I mean? There is many people out there who are probably trying to bring each other down. But if somebody tells you that, take it on and go, you know what? They're actually right. And then you should always be trying to better yourself anyway, even if you are feeling really good. You should always be trying to better. So if you already know you're taking these compliments in and you're trying to better yourself at the one time, you will be the best version of yourself. Do you know what I mean? And you will be happy in that moment.
People struggle to take compliments, so.
Oh, definitely.
Have you ever been in an awkward, like somebody compliments you and you're just like, no, I'm not, cool, and then you kind of shrug it off. So
all the time, man, all the time. That's what I used to be. I'm not like that now. Like when people tell me like certain things, that I'm like, I've got in my mind.
Schlong's massive.
Don't get that. No, but like if you can take a compliment, then you can understand where you are. That's what I feel. And then if you understand where you are, you can understand how to better yourself from there.
I like that. Cool.
Aye.
So fast forward to getting into the PT space then. So what brought you to that?
Oh, what brought me to that? Right. So obviously last year when I was just under 10 stone. Basically, I was just like, fuck that. Aye.
What, you know, 9.5?
10.5, mate. I'm actually 13 for him to last. I'm just 13. But so I was like, I'm never going to go to the gym again. I swear down. I used to say this last year. I've not got to go to the gym. And then what?
Why?
Because I was so fucking.
Because you lost. What did you lose? Lose everything through COVID?
I lost all my motivation. I was like, I didn't even enjoy going to the gym before COVID. So I was like, why would I go back somewhere to feel shite again? But you know what? I went, right, I'm going to go and smash this. Do you know what I mean? I listened to David Goggins' book, Man, Stay Hard.
Were you running every morning?
I listened to David Goggins' book 4 times in 1 month.
Did you?
Aye. And mate,
he was creating an animal.
He was creating an animal. So one of the things he says is like, if you stay yourself, no, I don't mean stay yourself as in live yourself. I mean, if you stay in your own lane and build yourself up for there, like no one else can bring you down because you built yourself on your own. So nobody else can bring you down for there. Like you've done that yourself. And I went, you know what, I'm going to do that. So I went and I done it. And I was 3 months back in the gym. I was looking 10 times better already. And then I was 6 months back in the gym. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I look fucking really good. And I feel really good for a change. I'm eating really well. Like it's the best I've ever ate. I was feeling really good. I was getting really strong, and then I think like about 4 months into my thing, I was like, I'm going to powerlifting, or I'm going to a more strength based focus, because I was like, I'm sick of fucking training just for my looks. I was like, I don't enjoy it anymore. Like I just knew that. I knew what I liked more than anything. And mate, 6 months in, I was like, I'm going to do PT, and it took a wee bit longer than I thought. Like, just because it was just dragging on. It wasn't hard, you know what I mean? And that's when, if you were to say out there, your PT qualification doesn't mean much. You need to look at how invested your PT is into like their learning. Do you know what I mean? Because that PT course doesn't teach you that much. I'm pretty sure yours doesn't teach you that much. I'm pretty sure it's everything else you've done in your fitness career and the learning that you put in.
I think it's like, I think back to like comparing it to driving. Like generally when I'm trying to pass that test, there's like fundamentals that you learn. I came into PT a wee bit later, so I'd done it at the age of 27, and I had been training for, I think I started training when I was about 14, 15. At Wishes Sports Centre, 6 years basically, 6 years, so 15, 16 I'll be. So nearly 10 years of training, and I've always been curious at it. So see that whole course that I've done, I hated every minute of it. There was some things I was agreeing with, but to get me out on the gym floor and PTing people, learning about the deep tissue underneath the muscle fibres and the cells, and getting right into that biological data, I thought, what the fuck is this got to do with Sandra, who's 49, that wants to lose 3 pounds, like 3 dress sizes or that? Honestly, so
like what I think one of the things that I didn't get rang, but with my strength training, I was like, I really want to be strong, but not everybody actually wants to be strong. Do you know what I mean? But I try and get as many people into that mindset as I can. Do you know what I mean?
That's I feel like, see, everyone wants to lose weight, right?
Oh, everyone.
Change that focus to wanting to be strong, because you can put objective numbers on the lifts. You can't put objective numbers by looking in front of a mirror.
No,
like, okay, you can see the scales go down, but scales going down or scales going up doesn't necessarily mean your body composition's changing.
Doesn't mean you're feeling better either.
Awesome.
Do you know what I mean? If you're consistently getting stronger, you must be doing something right. Do you know what I mean? You must be doing something really good.
Cool. So then fast forward, you got into the PTing, and then you went to, did you go straight into, how did you go about finding your actual first PT? Because that'll be good for anyone that's listening that's trying to get into PTing.
So
maybe just talk through how you managed to get a job actually PTing, like in a place.
Mate, well, after that year, I was just driven to like a degree where I wasn't scared of anything. Do you know what I mean? I'm still not scared of anything. As I said to you, I get nervous, but
apart from me,
I'm not fucking shit here you go. But as I said, I'm not scared of anything. Like, if something makes me nervous, I don't give a fuck. Like, I go through the nerves, I always push through them. Might be a bit drained after it, but I just go for it. So when it came to it, I was obviously training in another gym, and I wasn't too sure about the vibe there. So I was like, you know what, I wanted to train my clients in a nice and comfortable gym where I thought they would come in and they would feel nice and comfortable. So obviously I messaged Gym24 and he said come up for a chat, and I came up for a chat and you were there and the two owners.
Manny. Shout out to Gym24.
Shout out to Gym24. And I just had a chat with him there, and obviously, as I said, I'm all go. Like, I believe if you want something, you need to go and get it. You know what I mean? And if just at the table there, just scalp the table. I'm talking with such rage. No, so I just went there, and obviously they said need to learn some classes, and I was like, no bother. Like, as I said, there's no fear. Like, just need to go. If you want something, you go and get it, and then learn the classes pretty quickly, and then you can start PTing for a year. I was like, oof.
Here we go.
But at that point, I was like, I actually don't have much of a plan in place for this. And I was like, oh no. So my first couple of clients, they didn't get the best treatment.
No one. So I think nobody really talks about this, but see, the first couple of clients you train, it's looking back to it, it's horrible, because you're like, what is that? I remember. I'll come back to this story in a wee sec, but I remember. I was always the fitness guy that was in work, right? Oh, you get up and you go to the gym and that, and then there's you probably experienced this as well. One of your mates or somebody that you work close to are like, can you write us a plan? And I was like, you know what, I'd love to do this. And I got a plan that a boy sent back to me that I sent him 4 or 5 years ago, because I'm now PTing. And I look at it and I'm like, oh my God, it's the
a Joseph Rakic plan.
It's the bodybuilder split. It's somebody who's like, I can get to the gym 2 days a week, and I'm like, right, I want you to chest on Monday, arms Tuesday, shoulders Wednesday, big leg session Thursday.
Train 5 days a week.
I know. So like, there's so much that you miss, but that's experience. That is experience.
100%. Well, just a wee bit away from the mic there. So what I would say is, like, genuinely, see if you're working with you and the other PTs in Gym 24, quickly I learned what my mistakes were straight away. Do you know what I mean? And obviously I knew teaching cues for many of the big lifts already, but teaching them to different people quickly obviously got me a lot better quickly. But by all the information that you were giving me, I could be a better PT straight away.
Yeah.
You know, I could get that accountability side up and make sure my clients were actually achieving goals quickly, and they were feeling like, oh, I'm there and no distant, because obviously I was just doing it on Excel spreadsheets and then meshing them on Instagram as a check-ins. And
but once that's fine, I think. But see, after getting by 5 or 6 clients, it's messy.
It's hard. It's hard. It was really.
So like if you might not think a lot. It's like 6 people. It seems easy, but
really stressful. Really stressful. I mind, obviously, when you tell me going to training eyes, which is about 5 weeks in, I switched everybody to training eyes, and I was like, I'm never so stressed in my life. Like, I slept like for 2 hours a night for 3 nights in a row with the gym its first party, and I was fucked. I was fucked.
You crashed actually, didn't you? That's when you went away.
I got no well, and then after that, obviously, I've got a much better plan in place, and everything's gone well. The clients are getting, I would say, the results that I want for each of them to get. Everybody's different. I think that's one thing before you get to PT. You think people are just going to lose weight or gain muscle. That's not how it goes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the mental side for so many people, that confidence that they achieve through being able to come in and understand what they're doing, why they're doing the movements, and be able to come into a gym themselves and do the workouts and just feel leaving really good. You know what I mean? Their confidence skyrockets, and they quickly understand that confidence way beats the weight loss. Try to lose weight quickly as possible.
You know,
do you know what I mean?
It shifts the mindset, doesn't it?
Severely shifts the mindset.
I guess the last thing on your journey, just that for anyone that doesn't know James, but anyone that does know James, I don't think there's a single argument in the world that you are not the most energetic person that's in Gym 24. So when you talk about coming in and speaking to Manny and that, I remember like I always said, like, you were training, you started to train there actually, and I remember going, He's got to be a good PT. I know you hadn't started that, but that was something I was saying, man. I was like, he's a good one, because we always say that. I mean, anyone that's listening, I guess, that's dealt with or worked in a gym, being a PT's got probably one of the highest churn. I think when we were on Gavin's podcast, would he say something like 60% of people? We need to get these facts might be way off. Somebody can let us know if we're way off. But there's
I know what you're talking about.
There's a high churn of PTs who don't make it after the first year, and like the things that you said, you can be overwhelming. There's no guidance for what you started. So I guess there is a big shout out to where you chose to work, because it's people like Laura and Daniel and Magna and Nicole and Joanna and everybody that was in there, like being surrounded in that. Like, we were quite open. It wasn't like, oh, but no, this is how I'm training. I'm not telling you, because I'm trying to make as much money as I want. So that was quite good for that environment. But I would never, like, I was laughing the other day, like you were doing one of your classes, and like your classes are always packed, right? Whether you agree with classes or not, that's going to be another subject that we're going to get right into. It's going to get right into. But Manny brought up the camera, and it was just James and 10 other women in his class, and they're all lying on the floor doing their thing, and James is at the front of the class blasting hard style music, shuffling his hands, having the time of his life. But honestly, like, the energy that you bring to the gym, like, it's mental. It's actually quite crazy to think that you've only been in this for 3 months, mate.
It is.
I'm telling you, so I know we've not got into my background, well, maybe I'm just thinking about time, we might actually do that as a separate episode. I think we've been talking for about 30 minutes. We'll do that. Is it like so we'll record the next episode and kind of go into my background. But I've seen a lot. I've been to different gyms up and down the country, different countries for that matter, and I've always been interested in PTs in general. It's the job that I've always wanted to do, and you would think a novice PT, which I guess is the category that you fell into. You're smashing it. You're more experienced than I would say anyone that I've seen in Wishy, so or anyone for that matter.
No, but it's about putting we bit shots fired, because I think in this industry you need to be all in or all out, because there's just far too much that you need to do that people don't realise. Like if you want to be investing in your clients, you need to be there all the time. You need to be mindful all the time. If you're going out partying and you're rough, you're not going to mess them back with real messages. So I think practicing what you preach is a massive thing. You don't drink much. I don't really drink at all. Obviously I have in the past, but like going forward, it doesn't really. I've got
what I guess one thing just to bring it back to why choose to come into fitness and help other people. What was it like?
Well, because of where I came from, I was like, I was here. I know many people are there. Do you know what I mean? Many people are sitting in that. They're sitting in the room going, I feel like absolute fucking shit. Even if they come out the room and go, I feel alright. Like if people are saying, there's so many people saying, one, obviously we spoke about it before, I don't like my job. What a terrible way to live. I've been that person. 2, I don't know how to get in better shape. 3, I don't know how to feel better. 4, I don't really know like how to fix my mental health. You know, I'm stuck in this rut. And once I fix myself, I'll go, I feel really good, I look really good. Everybody says that the both things I already feel that I am. Everybody's saying that, and I go, that's like the route I want to go down. I want to help people. You know what I mean? You're either a helper of people or you're no.
Cool. So I think we're about 30 minutes in.
Aye.
Wrap that up for episode 1.
I think
we're going to have a lot of fun with this. So let's make our commitment then. Let's say it live on our first episode. So how many? Yeah, I think 2 episodes a week.
We're going to be doing 2 episodes a week, and we're going to be looking into different subjects. Obviously, we want people to give us the subject ideas. Do you know what I mean? We don't just want to talk about what we want to talk about. Obviously, we do at the same time, but we want other people to. Like the whole point is helping people as well.
Yeah, I think we'll probably get this to where we do answer Q&As and stuff like that. We've got a wee, I guess, an idea for what the first 10 episodes looks like, and then we'll I guess take it from there.
Go from there, aye.
It's not as nerve-wracking as it seems.
No, it's not. I'm a talker.
I think there's one thing we probably need. I don't know. We'll need to listen to this back and see how we sound. Like are we just going completely slang, or do we need to brush up our wee posh
I'll
voices?
probably need to brush it up as I go, but I find as I talk in a microphone in this kind of setting, I can speak a wee bit more properly. More properly.
Right, so if you're just finding us for the first time, be sure to check us out on social media. So on Instagram, you can find me at Coach Crosser, and you can find our joint page, which is at Bulletproof Mindset UK, and you can find James
at Raw Gym Fit, just on Instagram. Then at the moment,
I think right now we're going to stick to Instagram and TikTok for the videos that we're doing. But awesome,
aye. Perfect.
Wrap it up there.
So we will see you next time, where we'll chat more shit.